join me in officially starting our session with the Pledge Allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks.
I should have said before you sit down, we have a proclamation for Building Safety Week. And you going to join us in spirit, Ed?
I will join you.
Okay. David, you want to? If the podium was on wheels, we could wheel it over here, but.
It's all right.
Should we put our hard hats
I
on
think you
first?
should put your hard hats on. I bring them down just for that purpose.
All right. You know what? If you want us to do it, I'm game. Most people say I don't need a hard hat because of a hard head, but anyway.
You don't have one. Come on.
Guys, mine's in my car. With the
Borrow mine.
Working, but
Yeah, okay. So I don't have any hair to hold mine in. Thank you. Oh, goodness. All right, we have a proclamation for Building Safety Week in Clermont County. Ed, you don't have your hat on.
I know.
You can still put your hat on. You don't. Okay, there you go. It says, whereas our county's continuing efforts to address the critical issues of building safety, fire protection, and resilience in the built environment that affect our citizens, both in everyday life and in times of natural disaster, give us confidence that our structures are safe and sound. Whereas our confidence is achieved through the devotion of vigilant guardians, building safety, fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, laborers, and others in the construction industry who work year-round to ensure the safe construction of buildings where we live, learn, work, worship, play. And whereas the state-adopted building safety and fire prevention codes also include safeguards to protect the public from natural disaster, such as hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes, floods, and earthquakes. Whereas Building Safety Week is to remind the public about the critical role of our community's largely unknown guardians of public safety, our local code officials, who assure us of safe, efficient, and livable buildings. Whereas Building Safety Week 2016, we encourage all Americans to raise awareness of the importance of building safe and resilient construction, fire prevention, disaster mitigation, and new technologies in the construction industry. Building Safety Week in 2016 encourages appropriate steps everyone can take to ensure that the places where we live, learn, work, worship, and play are safe, and recognizes that countless lives have been saved due to the implementation of safety codes by local and state agencies. Whereas each year in observance of Building Safety Week, Americans are asked to consider projects to improve building safety at home and in the community, and to acknowledge the essential services provided to all of use by local and state building departments, fire prevention bureaus, and federal agencies in protecting lives and property. Now therefore, be it proclaimed that May 22nd through 28th, 2016 is Building Safety Week in Clermont County. Accordingly, our citizens are encouraged to join their communities across America to participate in Building Safety Week activities. Again, signed by the Board of County Commissioners, myself, David Hubel, and Ed Humphrey. So on behalf of the board, I want to present this to you and ask you to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to thank the commissioners for proclaiming the Building Safety Week. It is a national push by the building departments and fire departments across the country to recognize the work we do to keep the building safe where everybody lives, works, and plays. So I want to thank you very much for that.
Awesome. Let's get a picture and we'll stand in front of Ed.
How about behind it?
Oh, sure,
Or behind them?
Yeah, behind him would be good.
We'll go behind him.
Yeah.
We've got your back, Ed.
Apparently so. Thank you. There you go.
apologize for making that so long. It's something that comes from the ICC that way. So.
Oh, yeah, figures.
Turn it over and there'll be a backside.
Thank you very much.
Carl, a couple of questions too. Turnaround on inspections and all that, for residential and commercial industrial, what is it?
We receive a phone call to come and inspect your building. We'll come the next day. Sometimes people call a couple days in advance. So we go when you call, for the next day.
So if somebody comes into Permit Central, fills out a permit application, and you go out the next day
Yes, sir.
for both residential, commercial, industrial.
When somebody comes in to apply, there's another step in there. We review the plans to issue the approval or the permit. Sometimes the plans that they give us are not approvable at that time. We review the plans. Residential plans we review the same day. We turn that around within 1 day. The commercial or industrial plans, we ask for 5 to 10 days.
Because they're pretty extensive.
Correct. The commercial plans are much more complex than the residential plans. That's correct.
So how about our neighboring counties? I mean, they don't turn around as quickly as we.
I've heard horror stories of people coming to the counter. I never like to talk, negative about anything else, but most of the people I talk to are very, very happy with how quick we're able to turn these plans around within 1 day.
Okay.
More than a majority.
Well, we're proud of that as well.
I am too. It's something that we pride ourselves on. It's a operating procedure that we turn these commercial plans around within 5 to 10 days. And that's a coordinated response. That's something else that a lot of other counties don't do. We coordinate the engineer's office reviews, plumbing and Board of Health,
Fire.
water, sewer, building, mechanical, electrical. All of these reviews are done within 5 to 10 days.
5 to 10 on a commercial level.
Yes.
In other counties, how
I've heard stories of 30 days or more. Letters saying that we can't get, the state requires that we perform this duty within 30 days. I've seen letters from other departments to the applicants that say, we can't get to your plans in 30 days. Here's a letter stating that we're working on it.
Wow.
I know there's a lot of development going on in Union Township these days on a commercial level.
Yes.
Is it going any longer because there is so much work? Or is
Absolutely
it-
not, no.
Okay.
We're able, with the staff we have, and today we'll be talking about that as well, but with the staff we have, we're able to stick within those timeframes.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Next day inspections, next day plan review for residential, and within 5 to 10 days for commercial.
I know you've done a cost analysis, but we're in line or cheaper than the surrounding counties, or where are we?
Last year, we did an in-house fee study, and we kind of looked at the numbers of where we are as a county on typical projects that get submitted throughout the country. And we were in line or slightly lower than the other comparable departments in our region.
That's awesome. All right, cool.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for the questions.
Thank you.
Nice job.
All right, thank you.
All right, item number 2 on our agenda is Resolution 64-16 to pay our bills in the amount of $1,429,848.73. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Morning, Connie.
Good morning.
Item 3, please.
Recommendation of Judy Eshman, Director of the Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to approve the renewal agreement for state fiscal year 2017 local workforce area, also known as Area 12 Workforce 1 Regional One-Stop System, Memorandum of Understanding, by and between the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services, the Butler County Board of Commissioners, the Clermont County Board of Commissioners, the Warren County Board of Commissioners, the Area 12 Workforce 1 Investment Board, and the Area 12 Workforce 1 Regional One-Stop System Partners. Previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on April the 24th, 2013, and subsequently amended on October the 8th, 2014, and January 13th, 2016, as well as extended through an extension agreement ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on April the 8th, 2015, which outlines the parties' respective roles, duties, obligations, and responsibilities for the continuation of the provision of services for the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, WIOA, formerly known as the Workforce Investment Act, and establishes a cooperative and mutually beneficial relationship between the parties to prevent duplication, ensure the effective and efficient delivery of workforce development services, with said renewal agreement to extend the memorandum of understanding effective date through June 30th, 2017, to allow for the State of Ohio and the Office of Workforce Development to establish the policies, processes, and procedures for the enactment of the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, which supersedes the Workforce Investment Act of 1998, and to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, Clermont County, Ohio, to execute said renewal agreement for and on behalf of Clermont County, Ohio, with performance and cost sharing as specified in the original MOU and amendments and extension thereto, to remain in full force and effect in accordance with the state fiscal year 2016 budget attached thereto and made a part thereof.
What was that again?
Trying to see how many acronyms you could get into there.
Actually, it's just the continuation. You got to drop the breadcrumbs in order to figure out what they're doing.
Is there a motion then to approve the renewal agreement for state fiscal year 2017 for a local workforce area as recommended?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. 4, please.
Recommendation of Judy Eschman, Director, Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute the participation agreement by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, on behalf of the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services, the County Commissioners Association of Ohio, CCAO, Service Corporation, and the Ohio CSEA Directors Association Incorporated, regarding the usage of the Clear Services Subscriber Agreement between the CCAO Service Corporation and West Publishing Corporation, a Thomas Reuters business, for the provision of internet-based location services for individuals in public assistance programs, non-custodial parents, and/or relatives for potential adoption placements, in and as it relates to the special offer amendment to the subscriber agreement for Clear Services, attached thereto and made a part thereof, at the rates as outlined therein, effective for the period of June the 1st, 2016 through May 30th, 2017, pursuant to the terms and conditions set forth therein and contingent upon the issuance and receipt of purchase orders therefore.
Is there a motion then to execute the reference participation agreement with a contingency as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And lastly, item 5, please.
Recommendation of Judy Eschman, the Director of Department of Job and Family Services, with the concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to execute a sub-agreement by and between the County of Clermont, Ohio, and the Clermont County Department of Job and Family Services, Clermont County Juvenile Court, and Clermont County Prosecutor's Office for the provision of federal financial participation funding for legal services provided by the Clermont County Prosecutor's Office on behalf of the Children's Protective Services, in an estimated amount not to exceed $65,000, effective for the period of July the 1st, 2016 through June 30th, 2017, pursuant to and in compliance with the terms and conditions specified therein, and contingent upon the issuance and receipt of a purchase order therefore.
Is there a motion then to execute the reference sub-grant agreement with the contingency as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thanks, Connie. Lyle, item 6, please.
Morning. Lyle Bloom, Director with the Water Resource Department, and item 6 is a recommendation to authorize the release of a maintenance bond that provided surety for the installation of a sewer main extension to serve the following subdivision, and to accept said sewer main extension into the county sewer system pursuant to the Clermont County Water Resources Department rules and regulations. This is for the Twin Gate subdivision, Section 2B and 3 in Batavia Township, and the bond amount is $12,500.
Is there a motion then to authorize the release of the reference maintenance bond and to accept extension to the county system as recommended.
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay.
Thank
I got a question for you too. Sherry, sorry. There's been some questions too about what does our system capacity charge do?
I've done some comparisons to some local counties and compared ours to theirs, and overall ours are less than the neighboring counties. So not only are our rates some of the lowest water and sewer rates, our capacity fees are lower as well.
Well, the question has been, why do we have a system capacity charge? What does it do?
The capacity fee pay for and help fund expansions of our system to build new capacity. So as someone pays capacity fees, we don't build 300 gallons per day of new capacity at the treatment plant. So we may expand a treatment plant or build a larger pipeline for future development. And then those capacity fees are paying for some of the projects that we've already built, or the capacity fees are paying for future projects. So we build them in large chunks where we may spend $10 to $15 million on a project. That isn't due to the capacity fees that we just recently collected. It may be over many, many years of collection of those capacity fees. But therefore, they basically fund our capital improvement plan, which is on our website. We update that annually.
And so actually, what this is doing is it's not building capacity upon the backs of our current users.
Right. It helps us maintain our lower rates, and it allows new customers to pay their fair share into the system and pay for those expansions.
Whether it's residential, commercial, or
That's right. Right. Everyone pays a capacity fee.
So Lyle, is there any county in the country that would give away capacity fees to a developer and then just build it into the monthly cost to all the residents?
That's possible. That I guess you could establish a rate structure that way. Your rates would increase, and your existing customers would be paying for new development in that case.
You're not aware of any.
I'm not aware of any.
Or it could be out of funds that are generally available to the Board of County Commissioners to pay that fee in exchange for that development coming in. It seems a bit crazy, and our current folks that pay for county government wouldn't like us to do that, but I think that'd be an alternative as well.
Use general fund
Yep.
to pay for tax dollars, essentially.
Well, I know I live in the southern part of the county, and we don't have water and sewer from the county.
Clermont County,
So I wouldn't want to see my money being spent for
No,
Absolutely.
other areas.
Nope.
Oh.
Or at least a general fund.
Oh, absolutely. And
The private water companies, I know, like Tate Monroe, for example, I'm a Tate Monroe customer, and I paid a capacity fee when I connected to their system, and I pay their water and sewer rates as well, so.
one of the things, though, our rate structure has been tested legally and found to be, again, number one, compliant, but I think actually frugal as well.
Yeah, the last study that was done, we have the fourth lowest combined water and sewer rate in basically Southwest Ohio, so we're very competitive.
That's awesome. Keep up the good work.
Great, thank you.
Okay, Sherry, your turn now. Item 7, please.
Good morning. Sherry Smar, Community and Economic Development. I have a recommendation of Andy Kutka, Director, Department of Community and Economic Development, with a concurrence of Stephen H. Raybolt, County Administrator, to adopt Resolution Number 65-16, resolving to adopt the Community Development Block Grant CDBG Program 1-year annual action plan for the County of Clermont for fiscal year 2016, and to authorize Robert L. Proud, President of the Board of County Commissioners, or in his absence, any other member of the Board of County Commissioners, to execute the application for federal assistance in the amount of $900,466, including all understandings and assurances therein required relative thereto, pursuant to and in compliance with the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and a list of projects are attached.
You want to go ahead and list them, just for the people?
Okay. We have a sewer improvement project for the Village of Williamsburg in $150,000. People working cooperatively home repairs in the amount of $50,000. Clermont County Senior Services for home repairs for seniors in the amount of $50,000. Village of Owensville Cross Street Improvement in the amount of $140,000. City of Milford Riverside Park Improvement in the amount of $68,000. Habitat for Humanity, it's a rehab clearing project in the amount of $28,000. Housing Opportunities Made Equal for Fair Housing in the amount of $15,000. Clermont County General Health District Septic System Remediation Program in $150,000. CASC, Drug Alcohol Counseling in the amount of $71,000. Administrative costs in the amount of $170,466, and a Coal Tools for Schools program in the amount of $6,000. $8,000, sorry. Looked up too fast.
Okay, is there a motion then to adopt resolution number 65-16 in regards to the Community Development Block Grant one-year annual action plan, and to execute the application for the federal assistance as recommended?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay, thanks,
Thanks, Sherry.
Thank you.
appreciate it. Item 8, please.
Item 8 is a recommendation, John Cascade, Director of Department of Public Safety Services, with my concurrence, to authorize Commissioner Proud, President of the Board, to execute a services agreement by and between Clermont County Board of County Commissioners and Motorola Solutions of Schaumburg, Illinois, for the provision of dispatch service, on-site infrastructure response, technical support, and infrastructure repair and advanced replacement as outlined therein for the county's paging and microwave systems for a total contract amount not to exceed $100,062, effective from September 1, 2015 through 5/31/2020, pursuant to and compliance with terms and conditions, and contingent upon the receipt of a certificate of liability insurance and a release of the purchase order required.
And Steve, what is this? I know we've,
The emergency radio communication system, some of the basic parts of that system are the paging system, which pages out fire and EMS services, as well as the, basically this is a response for Motorola to come in and do any of the repair work on the paging system and or the microwave system. The microwave system is the one that connects all of our tower locations together and enables communication amongst all of our tower sites.
And does Motorola have the state contract for Mark's system as well?
Yes, sir, they do.
That's what I thought. Is there a motion then to execute the reference service agreement with the contingency as recommended?
I'm pleased to make that motion.
and I'm pleased to second it.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. All right. Mr. Chief Building Official, item 9, please. Carl.
Item 9 is, my name's Carl Lamping. I'm the Director of the Building Inspection Department. Item 9 is a recommendation with the concurrence of Thomas Eigel, Assistant County Administrator, to adopt a revised table of organization for the Clermont County Building Inspection Department. And we would like to add one position for one building inspector, either a Building Inspector 1, classification 59121, with a pay range of 16, or a Building Inspector 2 with classification 59122, pay range A, as outlined in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, and further to authorize the update of appropriate internet links and appendices accordingly. This would be effective 5/18/16.
What do you want to accomplish with this?
My goal for the additional staff person is to be able to add staff to be able to better adequately cover our inspections and get people up to speed and trained so to be able to inspect the future projects that we see coming down the line. There's been significant purchases of property in the area where I expect complex commercial buildings to be built, which will require significant inspection time.
Carl, if I may, also, an important aspect of this is how you have multiple inspectors trained on multiple items, which is how you do
That's-
some of the
that's
fast
correct.
work that you perform. If you could explain that real quick.
The state requires certified building departments, which we're a certified building department by the state of Ohio. They require our inspectors to be certified under certain disciplines, building, mechanical, and electrical disciplines. And what we've done over the years, when I first started over 20 years ago, we actually had 3 departments, a building, mechanical, and electrical department. Each department had their own inspectors certified to do that work. And over the years, we've been, not combining is not the right word, but cross-training everyone to be multi-certified.
You're
So
morphing.
we've become more efficient that way. And we've been able to reduce our total staff costs by having our inspectors be multi-certified, so that the end result is we send one inspector to a house to inspect the building, mechanical, and electrical work. And by having our staff be multi-certified, we are able to send an inspector to an area, and that person is sort of responsible for that area of the county. And it doesn't have our inspectors crossing over, 3 inspectors going to the same building in the same day. We've eliminated those inefficiencies, and by the cross-training and the multi-certifications our inspectors hold. The difference between a building inspector 1 and a building inspector 2 is that multi-certification. A building inspector 1 only has 1 certification. A building inspector 2 has all the ones that we require, building and electric. Does that answer? Okay.
Awesome, okay. Is there a motion then to adopt the revised table of organization and to authorize the update of the appropriate links and appendices as recommended?
I'll make a motion for item 9.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. What's your time frame on this?
We're gonna post the opening as soon as possible. I've received a call actually this morning because I have a banner out on the street on 32, and I've had my inspectors discussing the opportunities with contractors out in the field already. So I've been receiving calls, waiting for this action today. So I want to thank you for this.
Very good. You got it now. Thanks. All right, Brandon, item 10, please.
Good morning,
Morning.
Brandon Hepner, Information Systems Department Director. Recommendation from myself with concurrence of Stephen H. Raybold, County Administrator, to approve the rescission of the electronic subscription renewal for the provision of software and hardware updates support with Pro Advantage Corporation for the backup exec capacity licensing essential support at not to exceed the estimated rate of $27,000 for the term of 6/12/16 through 6/11/17. Hereto there ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on 12/17/15, and in lieu of thereof to approve the electronic subscription renewal for the provision of software and hardware updates and the support for the Bauer Exec capacity licensing essential support with the Insight Public Sector at not to exceed the rate of $6,000 for the term 6/12/16 through 6/11/17 as set forth by electronic subscription renewal, all of which are on file with the Information System Department and authorized the county auditor to remit payment thereof.
So you just increased it
Therefore-
from 11 to 14? I'm trying to figure out. what the
Actually,
procedure-
we are decreasing the rate that we are paying, aren't we?
Yes, but you're
Yes.
increasing your TBs.
Yes, we're increasing the amount and we're decreasing our pay.
That's good.
Is there a motion then to approve the rescission of the of a reference electronic subscription renewal, and then to approve the electronic subscription renewal with, let's see, with the capacity licensing essential support with Insight Public Sector, and authorize the county auditor to make the necessary payment as recommended?
I move for item 10.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Thanks, Brandon. All right, Doug, item 11, please.
Morning. Item number 11 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, the county engineer, concurrence of Steve Rabel, the county administrator, to execute record plat number 629-2964 for the replat of a lot in the following subdivision located in Batavia Township. This is for Lexington Run, Champions Crossing subdivision, phase 4. It's a replat of lot number 365.
Is there a motion then to execute the referenced record plat as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 12, please.
Number 12 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, the county engineer, with concurrence of Steve Rabel, the county administrator, to authorize the release of the 3-year performance bond for sidewalks for the following subdivision located in Union Township, and in lieu thereof, to accept a 1-year performance bond for sidewalks in the amount as follows as surety. This is for the reserves of Weatherby Farm subdivision, section 8A, for a 3-year performance bond for sidewalks in the amount of $49,560, and a 1-year performance bond for sidewalks in the amount of $4,000.
Is there a motion then to approve the release of the 3-year performance bond for sidewalks for the reference project, and also to accept the 1-year performance bond for the sidewalks as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 13, please.
Amendment 13 is a recommendation of Pat Munger, the county engineer, with concurrence of Steve Rabel, the county administrator, to accept the following permanent easement heretofore granted and conveyed to the county of Clermont, Ohio, for the purposes of roadway necessary for project number WA0315 relative to the Taylor Pike Culvert Replacement Project located in Wayne Township, and to authorize payment as compensation for the permanent easement and right-of-way granted. This is an easement from Etheridge and Wilma Joyce Roy, and they actually donated this easement.
Now, this project's already complete, or
No,
this one's not yet? Okay, 'cause I know Taylor Road's open.
that we've got a couple culverts on that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Cool. Is there a motion then to accept the permanent easement and authorize the compensation as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 14, please.
14 is a recommendation of Steve Rabel, county administrator, to acknowledge the receipt of notifications from Pat Munger, the county engineer, on April 28th and May 4th and May 11th of 2016 of his determination to close the following roads to through traffic, with the understanding that all advanced warning and detour signs will be erected and maintained accordingly pursuant to and in compliance with section 5543.17 of the Ohio Revised Code. The first one is for the Friends of the Park Memorial Day 5K run in Goshen Township, scheduled to be held on Sunday, May 29th, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9:30 a.m., beginning on Goshen Road to Manila Road to Linton Road, as depicted on the detour map. The next is for Branch Hill Loveland Road in Miami Township, from Branch Hill Guinea Road to Arrowhead Trail on Branch Hill Loveland Road, beginning Wednesday, May 11th through Wednesday, May 18th, for the Branch Hill Loveland culvert replacement. The next is Taylor Pike between 6577 and 6585 Taylor Pike, located in Wayne Township, beginning Monday, April 18th through Friday, May 6th, and also extended to Friday, June 13th for a culvert replacement. The next is Clermont Lane, Union Township, between 4504 and 4508 Clermont Lane, beginning Wednesday, May 18th through Friday, May 27th. And I also want to make a note on that we actually have rescinded this road closure. We had a couple of delays from Union. This is a Union Township project through the TID, so we're actually delaying this road closure. Frank Willis. The next one is Frank Willis Memorial Road between 1365 and 1375 Frank Willis Memorial Road, for the first of 3 culvert replacements, and upon completion thereof, southwest thereafter, located in Ohio Township, beginning Tuesday, May 17th through Wednesday, May 25th, between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. The last one here is on Taylor Pike, south of 6624 Taylor Pike, located in Wayne Township, beginning Tuesday, May 17th through Friday, June 10th, for the Taylor Pike Culvert Bridge Replacement Project.
Is there a motion then to acknowledge our notifications from our county engineer about the road closures as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Ubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 15, please.
Is a recommendation of Pat Munger, the county engineer, with concurrence of Steve Rabel, the county administrator, to accept the contract for minor public improvement projects by and between the Board of County Commissioners and Smith Construction out of Fayetteville, Ohio, as previously ratified by the Board of County Commissioners on July 1st of 2015 and subsequently amended on January 6th of 2016 for the Orchard Valley Subdivision Sub-Area 1A Drainage Improvements Project located in Miami Township, as complete as of September 15th, 2015, and to approve payment number 2 and final in the amount of $1,868.30, which represents the release of retainage.
Is there a motion then to accept the reference contract for minor public improvement projects as complete and to approve payment number 2, which is the final payment, and also to release the retainage as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Ubel.
Yes.
Mr. Proud.
Yay. Good job on that one. Item 16, please.
Number 16 is recommendation of Pat Munger, the county engineer, concurrence of Steve Raybolt, county administrator, to accept the contract by and between the county of Clermont and SP Contracting out of Milford, Ohio, for project number LS 2115 relative to the 2015 landslides Phase 2 project located in Washington and Batavia Townships as complete as of November 25th, 2015, and to approve payment number 5 and final, which represents the release of retainage in the principal amount of $10,204.78, plus all accrued interest and interest earned thereon relative thereto, and this is also contingent upon the receipt of a corrected notarized affidavit of contractor and affidavit of contractor or subcontractor for prevailing wages.
Is there a motion then to accept the reference contract as complete and to approve payment number 5, which is the final payment, release the retainage and the accrued interest with the contingency as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Proud.
Yay. You sure you don't want to do 17? You're... Thanks, Doug. Item 17, please.
Item 17 is the recommendation the Board of County Commissioners adopt Resolution 66-16, resolving to authorize Commissioner Proud, President Board of County Commissioners, or in his absence, Stephen H. Rabel, County Administrator, or Thomas J. Eigel, Assistant County Administrator, to execute any and all pricing agreements for the supply of electricity and natural gas for county facilities effective with the January 2017 meter readings for electric and the November 2016 billing cycle for natural gas, respectively, based on the lowest and best bids as provided to the county by Bid Your Energy, Inc., for and on behalf of the respective suppliers therefore.
Steve, have we gotten the rates yet, or?
We have not. This sets us up, because this is on the electric and gas rates. This is a quick turnaround item. So we put this in place so that if they, as when we get the bids in from Bid Your Energy, we only got 24 hours or something like that to turn these around, yeah.
All right, is there a motion then to execute any and all pricing agreements, again, for electricity and natural gas as quickly as we can, as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Ubel.
Yes.
Mr. Proud.
Yay.
Steve, if you could report if when we get a hit on that, let us know what kind of rates we're getting.
Absolutely.
All right, Bob, item 18, please.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Bob Sander, Human Resources. Item 18 is a recommendation with the concurrence of Thomas Igo, Assistant County Administrator, to adopt the revised table of organization for the Board of County Commissioners, to add the position of Human Resources Coordinator, classification 79235, pay range B, as outlined in Exhibit A, attached thereto and made a part thereof, effective 5/18/2016, and to remove the position of Human Resources Coordinator, part-time, classification 79235, pay range B, and that's effective 6/25/2016, and to further authorize the update of the appropriate internet links and appendices accordingly. Commissioners, this will allow some cross-training time between the today and when the incumbent leaves.
Very good.
Is there a motion then to adopt the revised table of organization for our Human Resources Department and to make the necessary updates as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ubel.
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey.
Aye.
Mr. Proud.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Item 19, please.
Item 19 is a recommendation to approve a request to initiate procedures to vacate a portion of Eastgate South Drive situated within Union Township, Clermont County, Ohio, submitted by David Baker, Secretary of BSM Investments, on behalf of BSM Eastgate Boulevard LLC, pursuant to Section 5553.04 of the Ohio Revised Code, and further resolved to authorize the clerk of the board to place legal notice in the Clermont Sun for 2 consecutive weeks commencing on Thursday, May 26th, designating the date and time of the viewing and the date and time location of the final hearing for the proposed vacation, thereon pursuant to Section 5553.05 of the Ohio Revised Code, The viewing and final hearing of the proposed vacation of a portion of Eastgate Drive situated within Union Township to be held Wednesday, June 22nd, with a viewing at 9 a.m. local time and a final hearing at 11 a.m. local time in the office of the Board of County Commissioners, Batavia, Ohio. Anything to add, Ms. Kusiga?
Two property owners, one of which is us and the other the requestee, in order to expand the parcel to allow for additional 6 parking locations. And it is the former site of the Sears up there next to Best Buy and that area. Yes. Johnny Rockets or whatever that is up there.
Is there a motion then to approve the request to initiate the proceedings to vacate the portion, reference portion of Eastgate South Drive and to place a legal notice in the newspaper as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 20, please, financials.
Item 20 is a recommendation to Office of Management and Budget with my concurrence to resolve to approve and authorize financial budgetary actions pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code, Section 5705.40, as it relates to changes in the annual appropriation, Resolution number 171-15 for fiscal year 2016. And it's a cash transfer of funds from the Park District transfers out to debt service into the Chilo Lock and Dam Revenue Bond of $32,877.
Is there a motion then to approve the reference cash transfer as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. And 21, please.
And 21 is a request from various departments to join professional organizations and authorize payment of annual dues in the amounts outlined below for membership therein pursuant to Section 325.2 of the Ohio Revised Code, and authorize reimbursement of routine travel expenses. And the Board of County Commissioners, Tom Eigel, Ohio City County Management Association, $200.
Is there a motion then to approve joining the referenced professional organization, pay the annual dues, and approve any reimbursement of routine travel expenses as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Our training and travel, 22, please.
A request from the Clermont County Court of Common Pleas, Domestic Relations Division, Penny Gates, 2 days, Columbus, Ohio, for the Ohio Judicial College Planning Meeting Facility Development Program, estimated not to exceed 0. And Michael Finney, 3 days, Sandusky, Ohio, the Kalahari Resort Ohio Association of Magistrates Spring Conference, estimated not to exceed $536.85. Prosecuting Attorney's Office, Stephanie Ross, Pam Hess, Taylor Lee, 1 day, Fairborn, Ohio. Michael's House Child Advocacy Center, Regional Ohio Victims of Crime Compensation and Vine Training, estimated not to exceed 0. County Engineer's Office, Jeff Smith, Woody Woods Mancy, 1 day, Cincinnati, Ohio, the Ohio Utilities Protection Service, Emergency Response and Damage Prevention Pipeline Safety Program, expected to exceed 0. County Auditor, Jacqueline Little, 6 days, North Canton, Ohio, Stark State College, Ohio Ad Valorem School Course entitled Fundamentals of Mass Appraisal, estimated not to exceed $1,859. Office of Management and Budget, Records Management Division, Michelle Schneider, 4 days, Lansing, Michigan, for the National Association of Government Archivists and Records Administrators, estimated not to exceed $1,267.92. And Department of Public Safety Services, Sandy Schneider, Mabel Shepard, Dominic Dalton, and Mark Henry, 4 days. Emergency Medical Dispatch Quality Assurance, estimated not to exceed $2,000.
Is there a motion then to approve the training and travel requests as recommended?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. Personal actions, 23, please.
Go to the Department of Job and Family Services, Joanne Brown, Computer Operator 2, termination and retirement, effective 5/31. Zachary Davis, Systems Analyst 3, new hire to vacant position, effective 6/6. Kimberly Osborne, Income Maintenance Worker 3, termination resignation, effective 6/3. And Shwana Holan, Emergency Resource Technician, new hire to vacant position, effective 5/25.
Is there a motion then to approve the referenced personal actions as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey?
Aye.
Mr. Yubel?
Yes.
Mr. Proud?
Yay. I believe we have around 4 add-ons.
We do.
That is correct, sir.
Are they all yours?
Yeah.
All right, Doug.
What order I do these in?
They should be in sequential order.
whatever you gave them to me. First one is a recommendation of Pat Martin, County Engineer, with concurrence of Steve Rabel, County Administrator, to execute record plat number 629-2965 for the replat of a lot in the following subdivision located in Miami Township. This is for Bramblewood Acres 2 subdivision, Section 3 in Miami Township. This is to create new lot numbers 40A and 40B.
Motion then to reference record plat as recommended.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey, Mr. Powell,
Next.
Next is a recommendation of Pat Mongden, County Engineer, concurrence with Steve Rabel, County Administrator, to award the bid for project number 93530 relative to the Union Township Safe Route to School project located in Union Township pursuant to the plans and specifications to Adlita Incorporated out of Cincinnati, Ohio, for the lowest and best bid received on April 14th, 2016, in the amount of $187,051.67, and to execute the contract pursuant to and compliance with the terms and conditions set forth therein, and award the bid contingent upon the release of the final purchase order in concert with requisition dated April 18th.
Is there a motion then to make the award of bid for the reference project to Adlita Inc. and execute the contract with the contingency as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye.
Mr. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Proud,
Yay.
Next is a recommendation of Pat Munger, the County Engineer, concurrence with Steve Rabel, the County Administrator, to accept the contract by and between the County of Clermont and Smith Construction out of Fayetteville, Ohio, for project number JA0414 relative to the Caudill Road Bridge replacement. Project located in Jackson Township as complete as of October 31st, 2015, and to approve payment number 4 and final, which represents the release of retainage in the principal amount of $10,091.18 plus all accrued interest earned, and also contingent upon the receipt of a correctly notarized affidavit of contractor-subcontractor.
Is there a motion then to accept reference contract with Smith Construction as complete and to approve the payment number 4, the final, and also to release the retainage and accrued interest with the contingency as recommended?
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye.
Mr. Proud,
Yay. Last but not least.
Last is a recommendation of Pat Munger, the County Engineer, concurrence with Steve Rabel, County Administrator, to accept the contract by and between the County of Clermont and Smith Construction out of Fayetteville, Ohio, for the project number OH1407 relative to the 12-mile road bridge replacement project, which is County Bridge number 126-0.35, located in Ohio Township as complete as of April 28th, 2015, and to approve payment number 3 and final, which represents the release of retainage in the principal amount of $5,449.60 relative thereto.
Is there a motion then to accept the reference contract as complete and to approve payment number 3, which is the final payment, also to release the retainage as recommended?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye.
Mr. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Proud,
Yay.
Thank you.
Sure you don't want to keep going?
Nah, I'm good.
All right, thanks. Any other add-ons? All right, we'll take a 5-minute recess for our minutes to be prepared. All right, let's let the record show that the board came out of its recess and back into our regular session. And we have the minutes from today's session in front of us. So when y'all are ready to make a motion to approve the minutes,
I'll make a motion to approve today's minutes from May 18th.
Second?
Mr. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye.
Mr. Proud,
yay. And is there a motion to adjourn today's meeting?
So moved.
I'll second the motion.
Mr. Humphrey,
Aye.
Mr. Hubel,
Yes.
Mr. Proud,
Yay. And I know also that this week, and especially today, is our Police Appreciation Week. And today's Police Appreciation Day, I believe. And just want to thank all those in law enforcement and their families for keeping citizens of this great county safe. Thank you all. God bless you.